Okay, for real this time. This is the
For real,
podcast.
for real. Epic, it's the podcast.
All right. I guess
I'm Sean.
this is I'm Emily. Hi. This is take two because we screwed up.
As I
Um
doxed myself.
yeah. within 2 minutes.
And I'm your host, Sean. Social security number is a number. uh, what are we talking about? What's the deal?
Okay, so we were going to talk about episodic games as a release structure. Uh as in the Telltale style where which they don't do anymore, where they had
I only know it is the Life is Strange style.
the Life is Strange style is also valid because it's the same thing but worse. Um,
Is it worse? Isn't it the exact same thing?
well, I mean, Life is Strange is
Is it
worse.
okay? It's just worse by merit of it of the game being
Being
worse.
Life is Strange, yes. Which
Fair
we should
enough.
still play that at some point.
Yeah, we
Uh,
do. We do need to play that. I actually want to give like a critical analysis of Life is Strange. I want to give it a fair shake. I want to really dig into its themes and see if there's anything there
I really
worth
don't
salvaging.
I really don't know if it's worth it, to be honest.
I suspect it isn't, but it might be, and it will be fun to find out. For real, for real.
Okay.
Okay, so episodic release structure.
Episodic release structure, yeah. And
Yeah,
so I've been thinking about this a lot lately. Um, for some reason, I have like my own ideas of games that I want to make because I'm an amateur designer. And I've been thinking, why don't they bring this back? Uh, for different kinds of games than the Telltale games, which I guess to be clear to anybody who I guess may not know exactly how this worked, is that Telltale had a style uh, for everything that they would release, essentially, where they would release like a 2 hour quote unquote episode of a game where uh you play the game for a little bit and you make all your choices and stuff like that, and then the next episode
W-
comes out like a month later.
were they only 2 hours? I thought they were longer than
Maybe they were like 4 or 5 hours. I don't remember. They weren't
that.
super long. Um,
Yeah.
but like
Yeah, I seem to remember them being like longer than movie length at least. But
yeah, I don't recall putting. I recall playing a few episode ones because it was always the first episode that was free, and then
that's
never being able
that's
to play
true.
the other ones.
That's fair. See, I actually have played like a couple of episodic games all the way through. I've played all of The Walking Dead, and I've played all of Life is Strange, the first one.
I've heard The Walking Dead was really good.
I enjoyed it. I mean, I guess we'll get into this. It has the same it has the same problems. I mean, I get that this isn't an issue that's unique to the episodic style, but it has the same problem that a lot of these like choice games have, which is that none of the choices actually matter.
So here I think is the problem therein with Telltale's format is they used a format, the episodic release structure, that inherently is opposed to the choice-based gameplay. Because the episodes have to come out and they have to be like you can't they have to be based on this they have to be the same episode regardless, right? So you can't just keep making branching episodes for like from like 1 through 5 based on the choices you made from episode 1. Um
Yeah,
like if it was a single game, then you could probably get away with it and have a lot more leeway on like the choices you could make. But because they chose to do it episodically, they shot themselves in the foot on like what they could actually do with it.
Yeah, well,
Um,
that's the thing I never understood about them, and why I don't know why you would intentionally design a game this way. Like, the only way I could see the episodic release structure like working is if you like decided to do it post hoc, you know? Like you were like you made a game and then you were like, "Oh wait, like I want some of the choices in that game to be like important for the next part or something." And you like retroactively include that functionality. I don't know. It just seems very strange to me that like you would intentionally design a game around like we're gonna design it in pieces that we're gonna release separately, but because we want to be able to sell it no matter what, we can't like actually like enforce that in any real way.
yeah, and it's like I think they should bring this back as an alternative to making every single game AAA. Like you could make cheaper games that are far more linear, um, in this style, and I think it would be better than having to sink $60 into a game for something like I don't know, like Elden Ring. Elden Ring is very free roam. It wouldn't work in the episodic style. There's so much content there. With an episodic release structure, though, you could definitely release something like The Force Unleashed. You know, something that's just level 1, level 2, level 3, and it keeps going and it tells a linear story and it has a linear gameplay, which is it's a fun game, but it doesn't need to be a $60 experience. You know what I mean?
So wait, okay, so let me see if I understand you correctly. So you're saying like take like the first Force Unleashed game,
Mhm.
break that into smaller chunks,
Yeah,
and
you could
then
release like 2 missions per episode.
I guess I don't know what the advantage of that is over just doing like the full release.
I think it would I think because it's inherently like less expensive to get into the game. You could play it as far as you wanted and spend as much as you wanted to get into as far into the game as you want to get into. Um and if you have a good experience in that, then you're more likely to want to like get further in, right?
Yeah,
And
I guess I can see
I think that
what like
I think it would
yeah.
also work if you therefore have like a cheaper experience that is probably like about the same. I guess how much was it to like to play all of like
All
those
of The Walking Dead.
those Telltale games were only like $20, right? For like all the episodes.
Total? I don't know. I don't actually remember. It probably wasn't that expensive because I managed to convince my parents to buy me all of the Walking Dead episodes. So
Yeah.
yeah, I think they were like $5 a piece or something, and there was like 4 or 5 episodes.
So you have like a $25 experience um that like you could probably make for um less less of a budget because it's a simpler experience and you don't have to justify having like an open world and uh all the shit that like God of War has or whatever. Like like the ever expanding what is necessary for a AAA game to release and qualify as a AAA game.
God of
Check.
War open world?
I think it is. I think the new one's open world now.
Oh, really? I've never played a God of War game in my life, so I have
Yeah.
no idea.
I mean, but like you know what I mean. You don't have to have as many things on
Yeah,
that
yeah.
checklist because it's a simpler experience.
What will Ubisoft do?
Uh, Die. I don't know.
They
Shrivel and die.
they can't not release games that have a pointless open world. Um, okay, so I guess I kind of see what the advantage is like on the consumer end, like there's like less of an investment to like get into the series or whatever. And it's like, okay, yeah, I enjoyed the gameplay in this first little like 20 minute or not 20 minute, like 2 hour snippet or whatever. I'll buy the rest. Like I get that. As an artwork, I kind of hate it though. Like it feels, I don't know. There's something that feels better about it for me if it's like a complete like cohesive experience. You know what I mean? Like one one contiguous thing. But which
That's the thing.
like
That's the thing. I think just wouldn't matter post release. Like once it's finished, then you can just play all of them back to back. So,
once all of the episodes are out, yeah. But
and
I think you're kind of like gimping the experience for a lot of people, right? Because like the people who like buy the first episode right when it comes out, like now they have to wait for the second episode, and then they play the second episode. Now they have to wait for the third episode, and it becomes this extended thing, and it's like, oh wait, like do I like remember what happened at the previous episode and all this stuff, right? Whereas like a lot of these more like focused like linear like action adventure kind of stuff, which it sounds like is what you would want to use this for. Um, like those tend to be like pretty like tight like experiences that you want to get through in like a week, you know.
that's fair. Um, yeah, I
Can
can
you imagine
definitely.
if Kingdom Hearts released episodically?
Oh,
You wouldn't
God,
have any idea what was going on.
that's that's true. I don't really have a comeback for that, to be honest. Well, then what? Is there another kind of game than you think would work for it, for that style?
Um, I don't know if we would even call this like I don't know if we would call this episodic, but like this would probably just be called like DLC realistically. But like I'm thinking like games that don't have like strong narrative elements and are just kind of like fun for whatever reason. Like maybe like I don't know what's a good example of this.
Phoenix Wright.
Sure. And Phoenix Wright kind of does this actually, where like each time that they release a game, they'll release like a couple of like extra cases on top of it that like aren't really narratively important, but are just like they're just another case that you can do. Um, and I think it makes sense for that, where it's like you're essentially like updating it with like new content every now and then, and just being like, okay, here's a new level or whatever.
Okay. So
Does
some
that make sense?
so what you're proposing is more like you give every episode, you would make every episode like a complete whole experience, and then like um the next episode would be something that is like a complete. I guess I could see
Yeah,
that working. Like
yeah. I think when you
like you
release
could
something, it
make
needs to be a like cohesive thing. Yeah.
like you could do something like I don't know, like a mini Metal Gear Solid game every episode, where you have like one area and you explore that area and like sneak around, and then whatever story is told in like 5 hours, and then that's it, and then the next one comes out, and then
That could be cool. I don't know. I have a feeling that like player psychology is kind of like uh, predisposed to not like the episodic release style because you feel like you're paying for things that you should already have, even though like you're paying less on average. Um, I don't know. Like that always bugged me about like Life is Strange and The Walking Dead and such. Is like even though like total, it's like less than you know a AAA release. It's still like you're like, oh, I have to buy the next episode. I got to spend more money. You know, it's
yeah,
the individual transactions that your brain notices, not necessarily the amount.
that's true.
Yeah, I just don't know if it works as like a marketing thing. Honestly.
Yeah, I remember when they said that Final Fantasy VII remake was going to be episodic. Which I guess it kind of still is.
Well, I wonder how much that's going to be the case. If nothing really like transfers over the from the first episode, then it's not really episodic, right? It's
Yeah,
just
it's just a
Final Fantasy
trilogy.
Remake 2. Yeah.
Yeah. They are
So yeah.
they did split it into different pieces, but they didn't release it episodically. I don't know. I do like the idea of like video game miniseries though.
Sure.
I just don't
I
know.
agree with
I
that.
don't think that I just don't think you maybe this just doesn't work. I don't know.
I don't think it works as a release style. I think if you want to do the video game miniseries route, you just have to like frame it as DLC instead.
Yeah.
I don't know. It I'm not optimistic. Put it that way.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, I think we've kind of seen it borne out, right? Like the episodic release style didn't really survive past the Walking Dead stuff or the Telltale stuff. You know, they went bankrupt. They went out of business.
Yeah, that's true. And I mean like pa- part of me still wants to believe that that's because they chose the worst style of game to tell stories episodically with.
Yeah.
But
I
like,
mean, if you're if you're not doing the like choices carry over thing though, with the episodic games, like if one doesn't like inform the next really, and you can jump it at any point, um, is is it really episodic, or are you just making like really tiny sequels?
yeah, I guess that's true.
IDK.
Yeah.
I think the bigger problem with it is that it's like uh it's prime ground for like pretty bad exploitation IMO.
That's
Uh
true. Yeah. You can't trust the games industry to not immediately destroy a good idea by using it in bad faith.
yeah, I think if like the episodic style started to get more popular, like you would see like EA would release like would split up or I use EA, it's the gamer meme. I mean any big AAA company would do this is take like a $60 release and then split it up into like five
Seven,
$20 chunks.
yeah,
And so suddenly a $60 game is now like a $100 game total.
mm-hmm.
Um yeah, I think there's a lot of room there for like hiding how much you're actually charging for people.
Yeah,
Um yeah. So yeah, a game company's bad
true.
is the problem.
That's the that's like the worst thing about playing Destiny is that like
Oh no.
whenever like they would release a new quote unquote like $100 expansion, it would be they would let you play like a 10-minute mission that would be like the most interesting part of the mission and then part of the expansion, and then like nothing would happen after that. It would just be like a series of fetch quests that you paid $100 to do so that they could throw a pebble into the pile of pebbles that they call a story.
Yeah, that's cringe.
Yeah.
There's an easy fix though, which is don't play Destiny.
I mean, I haven't. It
There's
sucks.
not a
It's
single there's not a single good thing that's called Destiny.
I think I see what you did there. Uh,
um,
the it sucks though because it has like really good game feel, that Destiny, but it just sucks.
yeah, I just don't think I mean on the subject of game game release models that don't work. I'm just pretty skeptical of like the live service model in general.
Yeah,
Um, I think it just like it's just a I don't know. I think it's just a reason to like pump out like bad content forever.
this is true. This is
Right.
true.
And yeah, like instead of like having the time to make something that's like more refined and is like an actual follow up, it's just like, haha, here's the new expansion. It's bad, but it's new.
Yeah.
um, there's probably something to that. Someone should do a study.
Of live server. I mean, I'm pretty sure those already exist. They say that Fortnite is bad.
there's 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 uh there's like academic research out there that says Fortnite bad. Holy shit, I
I
gotta read
mean,
that.
I mean, I'm sure there's a lot into like the predatory nature of Fortnite as as far as academic research goes.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I'm not well versed. I should look into that.
There's a surprising amount of academic research on video games. I remember because I I almost always tried to use it whenever I had to make like a research project in college. I would try to research video game stuff.
Oh yeah, no, there's I mean there's like a ton of academic research out there on like almost any subject, but
I would be surprised if there
yeah,
isn't like academic uh academic studies on the correlation between like how your brain feels while gambling and how it feels while playing Fortnite and the similarities.
um yeah, that would probably be like pretty. I don't know. There's I think there's probably some like research challenges with Fortnite and like and games like that. Like I don't know. I think it would be tough to find participants for one,
Why?
but I don't know. It's just not. It's not very easy for researchers to like reach out to like random people generally.
That's true. I'm
Uh,
sure like I don't know. Usually it's plenty of college students would be willing to like play Fortnite for like an hour if they got like $10.
True. You're you have to be a little careful with that though, because you can bias your sample by doing
Oh fuck, you're probably right. Yeah.
that. um, yeah, I'm fortunate in my research because I can just because my research is about college students.
The epic college moment.
True. Um,
I'm really sorry I said that just now.
lay epic college moment. It is a lay epic college moment. It's okay. You could say it. Um, but yeah, Fortnite bet.
Do you think
The issue with the issue with like all of the Fortnite bad stuff is that people identify the wrong reasons why Fortnite is bad.
what's bad because it's like preying on children?
Yeah, it's yeah, it's bad because it's giving kids a gambling addiction. It's not bad because it's like a battle royale game or anything.
Well, it
It's
is,
I,
but it's
yeah.
also making
Hey,
children want to
battle royale games can be fun. Okay,
name one.
I mean, I quite like
If you said if
Apex
you're going to
from time
say
to time.
Apex Legends, I'm going to fucking stab you in the throat.
I did say Apex Legends. It's pretty good from time to time. I don't play it like super consistently or anything, but
Eh,
if like
I,
if like
uh,
if like friends are playing, I'll hop on.
I'd have to try it
It's
again.
free.
I'd have to try it again, but like I I have not had a good experience with battle royale
My favorite
games.
battle royale is Fall Guys.
True. My favorite battle royale is Among Us.
I also really like I guess it's not really a battle royale, but I really like the Tarkov model. Uh I really like Tarkov.
I can appreciate Tarkov, but it's definitely a game I would never ever play because
Oh, it's so good.
I would rage so hard.
Oh yeah, that's the point. It's so good. It's so great. There's like there's a medieval Tarkov coming out. Someone's doing like a fantasy dungeon crawl version of Tarkov.
That sounds neat.
Looks interesting.
Do
Yeah, it's
you
called
still
like
die in one hit from people like 3 miles away?
it'd probably be pretty hard to. I don't think they have like ballistic rifles in this game. I think it's called Dark and Darker. Yeah, it's called Dark and Darker.
That sounds neat. I'll give that a shot when it comes out.
Yeah, it looks cool. Um Anyway, all video games are bad, uh, except for video games that were made before like 2005.
And Yakuza.
And all of the Yakuza games. That's true. You still need to play Yakuza Zero.
I do. It's on my list. I've been debating whether I should stream it or not. Uh,
Oh yeah, hell yeah, stream it. It's a really good time.
all right, cool.
It's a very like fun experience for all.
I got a few games that I've been thinking about streaming. Outer Wilds.
A good one.
I have that old, not old, but it's like it's this Call of Cthulhu, which I've been meaning to play because I have actually started playing the Call of Cthulhu RPG with some friends. Um, I also there was something else. I should really play through. I should really start over in Hollow Knight because it's been so long.
You should. It's so good. You have to finish it so that you can play Silksong when it comes out.
Oh, in like 10 years, I got plenty of time.
I think it's supposed to come out within the next year. I don't know. They're so
I'm not holding my breath.
Team Cherry is so fucking opaque when it comes to this. Like they just they won't give us anything. Um yeah, it's like the only game that I'm excited for. Like I'm just waiting for Silksong to come out, and in the meantime, I'm just gonna play PS2 games.
Well, there's that other game that you're excited for. That is was made by the guy who was trying to do like a Kingdom Hearts thing.
Oh yeah, Blood Crisis. I mean, that's gonna take like years for him to make though. He's doing it by himself.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it's gonna
He's
take so long.
he's so real for that.
That yeah, that's true.
I'm excited for
I
Bloodborne card.
ever since I got like into like when I started following him and like looking at all of his like social media stuff for updates, I suddenly started getting like a lot of recommendations for like other people who are doing Kingdom Hearts adjacent stuff. It's a thriving community in 2022 apparently. um, but yes, Bloodborne kart's also very exciting. That'll be a good time. I swear to God, like indie games are the only things worth playing anymore.
Yeah, or from
Like
games.
yeah, true, or from games. Anything released by like a big studio is fucking always garbage. I know that's like the coldest take ever, but
I mean, people seem to really like the new God of War. I, I I've talked about my issues with the original God of War and why I'm not like super excited for the. I feel like I should just watch a YouTube playthrough of it because the like there's no reason to like play the game because the
My
gameplay.
issue with God of War is that the fucking cowards won't let Kratos fight Jesus.
I think I would like that if that was the next trilogy.
These fucking cowards. They'll do every other mythology in the history of the world, except for I guess they probably won't do any of the Abrahamic religions, but
I feel like that would be too problematic. It'd be really easy for some accidental anti-Semitism to probably slip in.
you can do Islam.
Well, that's Islamophobic, uh, and that would
I
also
want
be
to see
problematic.
Kratos fight Muhammad. Let's go. I'm ready.
You know what? Honestly, I think the SMT Persona series handles like the Abrahamic stuff pretty well. For
Well, I
just
mean, if they leave it really general, right? It's just like, here's
sh-
an angel. Here's
sure, but like all the designs for the most part,
Oh yeah, they're pretty inoffensive, I would say.
they're really good and like it looks like they did at least a solid amount of research into what this is and why it's like relevant and like what it's about,
If
right?
that's true, why isn't Angel biblically accurate?
Um, I'm pretty sure angels look like that in the Bible. The big titty bondage
No, they
gear
look like
angel.
no, they look like fucking eye monsters with wings.
That was one angel. I don't know why that why everybody's like, "Oh, that's what every angel looks like, biblically accurate angel." Which I
They're
mean, I
they're
think that the biblically accurate angel does look really cool, but also I'm pretty sure there are just angels that were just people.
I think in the Christian canon, I think angels can kind of just look like whatever, right? Like they can just like they can take whatever form they want to probably.
Why isn't
Uh
the burning bush a persona?
True. Why isn't the fig tree that Jesus
Jesus
swore at
Christ.
a persona?
It weak to psychic damage.
Um
It's
okay.
weak to psychic damage with and blessed damage with no resistances because it's just a fucking tree.
Woo. It's the worst persona in the game. What the fuck? Um
They should Atlas should hire us just for this.
they need to pay me for this idea. Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. I mean, they should hire us, but only because we would make we because they need someone to steer them away from the like Japanese high schooler shit.
God, can they just make them in college? Can they just make the next persona in college instead of
They're 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 very good at making horny characters, and I commend them for that. This is not a critique. Uh,
but it makes me feel
but
unethical.
if you're gonna go that route, you gotta make them of age. You gotta give them the mental capacity to consent.
They could literally make the same character designs, say that they're 20 years old, and it would be fine.
It's true. I had this conversation with a bunch of people like a while ago where I said that the characters in Persona are adult coded. That's why it's okay to be horny about them. Like no, like for real though, like all of those characters are like so transparently like meant to be like mature like adult builds. Like they don't look like children. I've
No.
seen high schoolers, okay? I know what high schoolers look like. They don't look like that. they
Yeah.
don't look hot.
Yeah. If you're attracted to high schoolers, seek help because they don't look like Persona characters. God, if I looked like a Persona character when I was in high school, I would my life would be very different right now.
Like I've even seen like high schoolers who were like attractive, right? By like most standards. And I still didn't think they were hot. I was like this person looks like fine. I don't feel sexually attracted to them. But but they give they give them the big titty in Persona, and it's like hell yeah. What I'm trying to say is I stand by my language of adult coded. I think they are adult coded. They are designed as though they were adults.
It's like that scene in Roger Rabbit where she says, I'm drawn that way."
I haven't seen Roger Rabbit in a long time.
Oh, yeah, well. So it's something that Jessica Rabbit says where she's like, uh,
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think Eddie Valiant, uh, Bob Hoskins, Bob Hoskins' character, uh, slut shames her or something like that, and she says, "I'm just drawn that way."
Yeah, that makes sense. I think this will clear it up. Okay, the characters in Persona are reverse lollies. You know how when someone's like, here's this like character that's clearly a child, but they're 500 years old.
Yeah.
Like you're like, no, that's a child in your head.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, no, no, weirdo, that's a child. It's the same thing but opposite. Like if you show me a character who has the figure of like a 25-year-old woman, and then you're like, by the way, this character's 16, I'm like, no, they're not. You're lying to me.
Man, lollies make
Why
me
are you
so
lying to me about their age?
Lollies make me so uncomfortable.
As they should.
Uh, they insist on putting a lolly into like every Fire Emblem game. Thank God they didn't in Three Houses. No, wait, Flame.
It's not a lolly.
She's kind of lolly-ish.
He's not a lolly, isn't she? How old is she?
She's like fucking hundreds of years old.
Wait, Flame?
Yeah,
I thought she was mortal.
no, the like the drill hair girl, right? The bright green drill hair girl. She's
So
said
you interpret as drill hair? Okay.
well, whatever
Sure.
whatever her fucking she's got twin tails, she's got mint colored hair, and she's Seth's
Wait. I'm googling
daughter.
this. Hold on. Oh fuck, she's 1,000 plus years old. Fuck, you're so right.
Yeah, she's a fucking lolly.
Oh shit! I thought she was just like actually a child.
I'm pretty sure you can have an S tier ending with her.
I think you can. Yeah, I think that's true.
What's fucking worse is that Sothis is a lolly. I can't. What is wrong
Is
with
she?
me? Why did I say that? Why did I say that there weren't lollies in Three Houses? They're fucking everywhere.
Is Sophus a lolly?
She looks pretty young.
She doesn't read as child to me. She just
Her
reads as
person,
like kind of like flat chested woman.
um, maybe her personality is impish enough, and
Actually, wait. No, not now. Now that I'm looking at pictures, maybe I'm wrong.
I think
Maybe she does look a little young.
Sothis does look pretty young.
That's I think this is a problem with like the anime art style in general.
Oh, it definitely like it just
Like
gets it makes
yeah.
everybody look younger, unless
Yeah, yeah.
unless 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 you look like fucking Geralt of Rivia, in which
Yeah, so
case
if
you
if a woman doesn't have like fucking big bazoinkers, it's pretty difficult to discern like what their age is, I think. Um yeah, I think it's an issue of the art style more than anything. Like I think there's a way to make Sothis's body type work if you just make her look a little older in the face.
older in the face and
Um
taller, I think would communicate.
is she that short?
She's pretty short.
I wish I could see this like full character model. Yeah, I guess she is pretty short. What is your opinion on Midna? Is Midna a lolly?
Minna is not a lolly because she has been transfigured into an imp. That is not a human shape. That is not a human body type, and it's
It's
not her.
pretty human shape.
It's. I mean,
It's just like human baby shaped.
I guess. I don't know. I feel like if you're attracted to that, then you probably have the same issue a lolly has, I guess. But I wouldn't say that that's a lolly because like she has like an adult form.
That's true. She's much hotter in her adult form, to be fair.
Yeah. And, which is God, I actually really like the true form and the design. I'm really happy that they finally did something with it in Hyrule Warriors because you can play
That's
as
true.
true form Midna in that.
Do you think there will be a lolly character in Fire Emblem Engage or whatever the hell it's
I
called?
think there will be six,
Six lolly characters?
give or take. I think there will be around six.
Will any of them have toothpaste hair?
No, because that's the main character's thing. That's like the sign
Okay.
that she is the ultimate dragon of chaos and order or something like that. Which is why she has two hair colors.
Oh fuck, that probably is what it is. That sounds so perfect. Holy shit, that sounds exactly like a Fire Emblem plot. I can't get over how bad it looks.
It's
It looks
so
so bad.
bad. I hate Alir's design. I hate modern Fire Emblem now. I used to love these games. Um Awakening when I heard that Awakening was going to be the last game and then like it got such a positive response that Nintendo was like, "Nah, we'll let you make more. Um just do it do what you want and we'll let you make more Fire Emblem games." I was like, "That's really exciting, but I really hope that those games are good because if not, then Awakening could have been the perfect ending."
Yeah.
And now
Make
and
this
now look
thing
what we've
until you
gotten since
die.
what we've gotten since then has been Fire Emblem Fates, which was super bad. Um, and oh my god, that wasn't even the tip of the iceberg. Uh, we got a remake of a game that people seem to like, Shadows of Valentia, as as a remake. I haven't been able to play it. It's kind of frustrating to play because it's I don't want to say that it's archaic, but it's just not it's missing some things that I and I also really don't like the character designs in it, and that's off-putting to me for
I
some
have only
reason.
played like two Fire Emblem games and a game that really wants to be Fire Emblem. And that's it.
Uh, Three Houses sucked.
I mean I like Three Houses, but that's because I only played
You only played the one
Golden
route.
Lion. Yeah.
You don't realize how bad it is until you play more than one route.
Fuck, not golden lion, golden deer. I'm dumb.
Golden Lion.
I I I played the best one, so I
Yeah, Golden
I came
Deer.
out of it feeling pretty good.
Golden Deer was pretty good. I had rose-colored glasses after I played that, and I was like, yeah, I'll start the next route. And then I played Edelgard's route, and I liked Edelgard for the most part. But once I finished the route, I was like, wait, is that it? That was really empty. And then I like
I find it hard to like Edelgard now because I know that she's
she's
like
a fascist.
yeah, she's a fascist. Well, she is a fascist, and she's also like a waifu for fascists.
Yeah,
Like she gets shared around in like fascist anime circles.
that's this Edelgard is was like tailor made to those weird Nazi fascist groups who like use anime icons. You know what I mean? We've talked about this before.
The people who have K-On uh, uh, profile pictures for some reason.
The people who are like I actually wonder if this is like intentional now because like there is a lot of like almost fetishization of Japanese and anime stuff in like conservative uh Nazi circles. So like I wonder if Edelgard was
Yeah,
made.
among like certain kinds of like very online right like alt right folk. Yeah,
I almost wonder if Edelgard was made intentionally to
I
cater
would
to
doubt.
that. Probably
I would doubt.
probably not. Yeah.
I don't know if I mean yeah I don't know if Japan is like super aware of like our politics necessarily. Um,
No, but they are
I don't
very
know.
conservative.
That's true.
I
Um,
You know what
I don't
sucks
know.
too is that like
I don't know. Japan right wing leader.
one
No one's
guy
done that in the
one
U.S.
one guy did. The nation of Japan didn't do it. One guy
I mean,
did.
all these people in America and come
Maybe,
on.
maybe we shouldn't talk about this in our first podcast.
I'm not a pussy.
uh Biden 2024. Um Dark Brandon rises.
Biden betrayed us.
He did. Fuck
He did.
Biden. What a fucking pussy.
Fucking blocking the
The
rail
railroad
strike. It's
strike, yeah.
pretty bullshit. It is kind of nuts, right? That like you can have like there are like certain jobs that it's like this is so important to us that actually you don't have rights.
Yeah. Um I think that's despicable.
Like the government could like just as easy go the other direction and say like, hey, rail companies, like you could like meet their demands so that we could like get our infrastructure working again. But they're like, no,
But yeah, the
you guys
corporation
that make like no money,
the corporation
you
has
must work.
enough of a foothold in the government because they're powerful to
True,
say that no, these workers are less important than our shareholders.
true. It's true actually. Rich people do have more moral worth than poor people.
And by more we mean that you get more points for
True. So says Karl Marx in his seminal work. Uh, yeah, sure. I was trying to think of something clever, but that works too. I was trying to think of something that's like a play on capital, but
they both start with
didn't
K.
didn't land. True.
Um, and this applies to AAA game studios, by the way. If you don't like a game, uh,
True. That'll do it. Jesus. Oh fuck. I will make this statement, okay? I've never played Fortnite, but I will own any Republican in Fortnite.
True.
Challenge me. I fucking dare them.
We really
They're
went off
cowards, though. They won't.
we really went off the rails here really quickly. How did we get here?
I have politics on the brain because I just came from my qualitative research
Did you hear about
course.
Kanye and like walking out of that Tim Cook podcast?
I did. It's very funny.
Did you see like that clip exactly?
Yeah. It's very funny because conservative pundits can't like they can't they have to condemn it because otherwise they're just transparently Nazis. But their followers hate them for condemning it. Like like Jordan Peterson has talked about how bad it is. Ben Shapiro's talked about how bad it is. Like all of these like major conservative pundits are like Kanye's bad for doing anti-Semitism, and you look at how their followers are reacting, and they're like, well, looks like the woke Bob got to Ben Shapiro.
I mean,
It's so funny.
yeah,
Like
I
they're trapped. They're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
and thank God that righty infighting exists because there's no way that the left would be able to
Yeah.
do anything about it.
God, it's so funny.
I think I'm gonna take next time we do this. I'm gonna take this image, and I'm gonna put it through like an AI image upscaler.
Wait, which one?
The epic.
The epic thumbnail. Okay, yeah.
And I'm just gonna put it through an AI image upscaler, and like if we have a guest on, we'll like shittily paste their face over one of the little stick figures.
Holy shit, we're getting guests.
I don't know, maybe. Next time, Jordan Peterson.
True. Let's go. Yo, I'll debate Jordan Peterson any day of the week. Let's go. I'm ready.
Do you think we could
Jordan,
win?
this is a call out.
Do you think you and I could win in a 2-on-2 debate against like Jordan Peterson and Ben Shapiro?
I think I could win like solo against both of them. No, I mean it depends on what you mean, right? Like the whole idea, like there's not like a one criteria for winning a debate, really. I think I'm probably not as talented excuse me. I think I'm not as talented a rhetorician as either of them are, but I don't know. Actually, maybe I'm a better rhetorician than
I think
Jordan
most
Peterson.
people are probably better rhetoricians than Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, like because Jordan Peterson is like borderline just
insane,
incomprehensible most of the time. That shit he said about the moral necessity of anti-Semitism when he meant to. It's funny because I get what he meant to say.
Wait, what did he say? The moral necessity of anti-Semitism?
Shit, I gotta go find it now. Hold on.
The clip that always comes to mind when I think of Jordan Peterson being incomprehensible is a clip that I saw of Jordan Peterson on like the Joe Rogan show where he was like all stories are about a boy going into the belly of a whale to save his father, just like Pinocchio. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about, Jordan? All
Funny is that
stories.
he'll he'll say absurd shit like that. That sounds like you could probably like justify it if you like heavily if
If
you
you
like
it,
attach like a lot of metaphor to the things that he's saying.
so
But he
Breaking
never
Bad.
explains.
So Breaking Bad is about going into the metaphorical whale of
Yeah, Walter
meth
White is the
making
boy. Yeah,
to
the whale
save
is meth making, and
his
Walter White's
father.
father is his like pride. Yeah,
I see. Okay.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Anyways, I just love that clip because he goes off on like this tangent for like 10 minutes and it makes no sense and then he starts crying. And then everybody in the comments is like, he's so wise. I love
Okay,
him. He's
wait.
so wise.
I found the quote. Okay, so he was he was commenting on Kanye walking off of the Tim Pool set, right? So I'm gonna do my best Jordan Peterson here. He says, Jews are canaries in the social coal mine. When anti Semitism becomes a moral necessity, even in its subtler forms, hell is about to make its appearance yet again. Um,
I
so
I'm
when
aghast.
when anti-Semitism becomes a moral necessity, what that sounds like is exactly what the words mean, which is, you know, when anti-Semitism becomes like virtuous in some way out of necessity. But what he's trying to say is that like when anti-Semitism becomes like culturally necessary to like talk to people, like when or I think he even just means like when anti-Semitism enters like common parlance, you know. I think that's what he's trying to say, but he uses the phrase moral necessity, which has nothing to do with that.
What a stupid person.
He just talks in word salad. It's awful.
It,
I don't know why anybody thinks he's smart.
um Happy Hanukkah everybody. It's right around the corner.
Happy Kwanzaa.
Well, I was saying Hanukkah specifically because of the anti-Semitism that is rapidly rising.
Are you denying the black plight?
I mean, this is just what lefties on Twitter. This is just a Twitter conversation between lefties right now. I will say one thing that I think is important, and you say that I'm virtue signaling and that I'm ignoring the plight of other people who are marginalized.
Right.
God, I hate lefties.
um, Kwanzaa is very important. Okay.
I actually don't know what happens on Kwanzaa.
I don't either.
I have
I feel like I read somewhere that it was like made up and it doesn't actually exist.
that would be so based if that like if that were like the case.
But I have no idea, so I won't make that claim.
Can you imagine if they
For all
just
I know,
made up a
Kwanzaa
holiday?
exists.
If some marginalized culture just made up a holiday, so that you could have a holiday to celebrate that's not in like the Christian hegemony.
Please don't say it like that.
Hegemony. Hegemony.
Yeah, that's better.
I, I meant I don't know I don't know I meant to say it a few different ways as I was saying it, so it just kind of popped out strangely.
Hegemony.
Heg.
Um, heg. um, uh, yeah, I
Hegemony?
don't know.
Hegel? Suspicious.
True. Yeah, I have no idea what Kwanzaa is, if I'm being totally honest. Uh, I know that Hanukkah is just like Jewish Christmas, but it's like lamer.
Well, they have a menorah.
They do have a menorah. We don't have a menorah for
Honestly,
Christmas.
we should have menorahs.
Yeah, we should we should
We should
culturally
we should
appropriate
appropriate.
uh,
Oh god.
menorahs. What we should appropriate is their fucking potato pancakes, fucking latkes. That shit is amazing.
What? I'm not aware of this.
You don't know what latkes are?
No.
Oh, they're fucking delicious. They're so good.
Did I tell you
Honestly,
I've had a Passover before.
mm,
It was very interesting. This was when I was a very small child, so I didn't really appreciate it because I was just there because I was like I was made to be there.
yeah.
I think in hindsight, I would think that it was a much more interesting experience now because but what at the time all I was thinking of was why can't I have my fucking chicken nuggets? Um, but like
Fruit
it was
based.
but it was really interesting. There was like a lot of different like steps you had to go through. I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I don't know about any of that shit, but like Jewish food goes hard. They actually have some they have some like really good food. As is true of most things that aren't uh
White.
like yeah, like European white people food. Although that's not universally true of Europeans either. The French make pretty good food.
Have you ever had escargot?
I have not.
Escargot's really good too.
Didn't say. Never had it.
It's very salty.
I don't know. I think the like I don't know. I think most of the Asian nations have like way better food than we do.
Oh yeah.
Like literally anywhere that's like east of like I don't know,
The the UK.
like Europe, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Um like fucking Indian, Korean, Japanese, Vietnamese, shit, all of it. It's all good.
I will say I struggle getting into Thai food just because it's so spicy, and
What? Oh, because
I'm
it's spicy. Fuck you. You're white.
I am a very sensitive
Fucking
white
white
bitch.
girl.
Yeah. I I'm trying. I try. I
I
don't.
can't stand people that are like, it's too spicy for me. Fuck you. I'm sorry that you were raised to hate flavor.
I'm sorry that I'm a weak bitch. All right, I can't help it. If like I try to eat something and it makes me bleed.
I I get the sense that you're trying to wind us down, but I need to rant about this, okay?
No, I'm
I
not trying to wind us down, to be
Oh,
honest.
okay. Okay. So I hate the way Americans think about spice. Like, because when an American dude is like, yeah, I like spicy food, what they mean is that they like to put a shit ton of Tabasco on their food. And it's like, that's not what I mean. I don't give a fuck about the heat. I want like a lot of flavor. Like the thing that's baller about like Indian food is that it's spicy as fuck, like it's hot, but it's also like super flavorful.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not just like raw heat. It's like yeah, my tongue is burning, but I'm also in like a sensation heaven.
Mm-hmm.
um but like when some guy in like Alabama is like, yeah, I like spicy food, what he means is that he's gonna burn your fucking face off for no payoff. Like it's just hot.
Yeah.
It still tastes like a hamburger, but it's hot.
Yeah, I think Americans are just culturally shit-faced.
Bullshit. It's bullshit. they were like they looked at like Mexican food and they were like, let's do that, but like let's remove all flavor from it.
Can
It's
we?
like a because like a good like sauce made of like a hot pepper can be really good. Like it can be really tasty. But like most of the American hot sauces are just like fucking like they don't taste like anything.
They add heat and that's it.
Yeah. Fucking bullshit. I hate it. Fight me if you like Tabasco. I challenge
You
everyone.
should give your CV again so that people can know how to fight you.
My address is fucking fight me, you bitches.
uh, yeah. I don't know. I think
I
that's
needed.
fair.
Oh fuck. You would okay if you don't like spicy food, you would hate this. But we really need to go to there's a
Well,
place I
let
need
me
to take you to.
clarify for a second here. I don't hate spicy food. It's physically like when it's too spicy, it's physically too much for me to handle. Is the problem? I like spice, but when
Okay,
it, I just
what is
there
your
is a
like
threshold that I cannot endure, and
what
that is Thai food.
okay, like can you give me like a concrete example of like food that's like on the threshold of like
Like
food that you can tolerate? Like what's the maximum that you can
I've
tolerate?
had Indian food before, and it was really good.
What Indian food? Because the
I
spice can vary.
I don't remember. Hey, let me fucking look this up. Uh, was it chicken tikka masala? Is
That's not
that
that spicy.
that's not that spicy? Okay, well, I am, but
That's like one of the more mild Indian dishes. I mean, it's fucking delicious. It tastes amazing. It's not very hot. Is what I'm saying.
my point was is that like I will try spicy things, and I do like
Okay.
spicy things. Uh,
There's a place
but I
in
just I needed to. I'm weaning myself into a place where I can handle like spicier things.
yeah, there's a place in Orlando that we should go soon because I have break soon, so
Oh,
we should
nice.
get together. It's called Hot and Juicy. It's in Orlando. Um, it's I really like to get their like spicy as shit. It's like a Cajun seafood boil place.
Mm-hmm.
So they it's great. They bring you like a fucking like plastic sack of like a bunch of seafood that's been boiled in like some like super flavorful sauce. And they just like set it on your table and then you just like reach in and like grab food out of the sack.
That sounds kind of
It's
terrifying to be honest, but yeah,
it's
we can do that.
amazing. It's amazing. It's so good. It's delicious. It's like some of the best food I've ever had. Um, but I think it's probably like sort of halfway between us, so we should do it.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Um,
There is nothing good to eat in my area, so like I'm
where do you
all.
live? What's your address?
uh, I mean, I just live in like shitty suburbs, so like there's just nothing around, but
Uh,
it takes 10 minutes
yeah,
to get to anywhere.
yeah.
Because
Suburbs suck.
yeah, if only we could have walkable cities.
True. Based alert.
It's so frustrating knowing that like all of these places are this is the closest place, and I have to get in my car and drive
Drive
for
like
like
20
10
minutes.
drive for 20 minutes and like go through like four lights for no reason
Well,
because
see,
John Ford wanted more money,
well,
so he commissioned the government to make these fucking shitty suburbs.
And the thing that sucks is that like even the cities are bullshit. Like I live in like an apartment that's like I'm not like downtown or anything, but like I live in a city. Um, and like even though there's like a lot of stuff near me because I like I live like pretty close to one of the major roads. Like I still can't walk anywhere. It would still be like a fucking like half-hour walk to get anywhere, and there's not like reliable bus transport or anything like that. So like even to go to like the 7-Eleven that's down the street, I still have to drive.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Um, unless I want to walk like literally half an hour there and back, but I don't really want to do that.
Yeah, it's like everywhere that I go on a regular basis in my area could have been like a like 10-minute walk. And I'd be okay doing that. Hell, I would probably get a bike
Yeah,
if like
true.
if it were
I probably should get a bike. I could bike to a lot of places.
the only place that's like really close enough for me to like bike consistently is um like the grocery store, I guess. But I'm not taking my bicycle to the grocery store because I'm not gonna come back with like intact groceries.
Yeah. I did actually when I was in when I was in college in undergrad, I mean. Um I I did bike to the grocery store once because
Oh God,
I was like buying supplies for a picnic for a date.
nice.
uh because I didn't really buy groceries like when I was in college because I just like you just like ate at the dining hall or whatever. Um uh but I was like, oh yeah, I'll buy it, I've got this date that I'm gonna go on. I'll buy like stuff for a picnic. Um but yeah, it was hell getting back. And I only had like 3 or 4 plastic bags worth of stuff. Like it wasn't huge. I guess like I could probably learn to bike with some plastic bags around my handlebars, but I didn't figure it out at the time.
Yeah.
I think there are ways to do it. There are people who have like little attachments on their bike where it's like basically like a little basket for
Mm-hmm.
your groceries, right?
Yeah.
Um, I think there are ways to do it, especially if you buy more than like once every 2 weeks or whatever. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's tough.
Can I tell you about the experience I had
No.
going? Okay. I'm gonna tell you anyways. Shut up. It's my podcast. Uh, I so I think I did today one of the dumbest things I've ever done. Which was I went to the store and I got a pub sub and I ordered ahead of time for my pub sub and I was like cool it's my the thing that I want is on sale so uh this uh I I go to where the subs are and I see my sub and I guess I didn't take the right one even though I swear to God I saw my name on it because when I got home I opened up the sub really hungry and really ready to eat it and it was something completely different.
Oh fuck, that sucks.
And I looked at it and I was like, wait, hang on. They must have messed up my order. And I look at it and I was like, no, this is someone else's name.
Oh no,
And it's like their whole thing. And I'm like, oh.
sad.
And yeah, it sucked. I had to go back to the store and so, thank God they let me return it. Um,
Yeah, it goes right back on the shelves.
I mean, I mean, what is Publix going to do in that situation? Like, I bought the wrong thing. Are they just going to like fuck me over for
I mean, it
like?
was your mistake.
It was my
Like,
mistake. It was my mistake.
they,
But
they
like,
wouldn't necessarily be wrong to like refuse you the refund. But
sure, but like my sub is still back there, and it's cheaper than what I got. And but I and like I'd like to just go back. I'd like to at least just go back and get that one.
that's fair enough.
But yeah, they paid me back for it, so
That's nice.
I can't.
Base Publix.
I've never felt so stupid in my whole life.
See, I don't I don't have that issue ever. Like I don't think I've ever like grabbed the wrong food or anything. But I get a lot of food delivered, and it is the worst thing to have food delivered and something be wrong. It's fucking terrible.
At that point, I just accept it. Like, whatever.
I'm
What are you
okay.
gonna do?
I would. It's just that I have
If
like a really particular palate, and there's some shit that I just cannot eat. Like it will make me vomit.
that's fair.
Um, like fucking mayonnaise is one of those things. I can't stand mayonnaise.
That's
Um,
that's valid.
um, and so sometimes I'll get something and it's like, oh, it lists that it has mayo here, and I'll like, okay. Here's what I hate about getting food delivered. I don't trust them to like read the notes that you write, so I never do that. If it doesn't have like a tick box, I assume it's not possible to do, right? So
This is a fair assumption, but I have not had a problem with writing notes. But
I
I
have
also have
like
very limited experience, so
I swear to God, they never do it right. So if there's like a tick box that says like mayo and I can like untick it, that's fine. But if I have to fucking like write like please don't put fucking mayonnaise on this, there's no way. It's not happening. Um, Something I especially hate ordering over over um over the internet is sushi. Cause like
mm,
because there's like two things that are in a lot of sushi that I don't like in my sushi, and that's cream cheese and avocado. And these bitches love to put cream cheese and avocado in their sushi. Let me tell you,
yeah,
uh,
I've
I'm
never
just
had
not
a
into it.
problem with those two things in my sushi, to be honest. Uh,
I don't know what it is. I think I'm just not crazy about like super super strong. Well, I don't know because I like spicy shit, but like I'm not crazy about like very like overpowering flavors. Um,
I don't
and
usually
cream cheese
like.
is definitely that.
Well, see, here's the weird thing: is that I don't usually uh taste all that much of the cream cheese when I'm
Oh, I
like
do.
maybe I don't know. I usually
I do.
just put the whole thing, put the whole sushi thing in my mouth, and I'm like, okay, yeah,
Maybe
sushi flavor.
I don't know. Maybe there are just like certain flavors that I'm more sensitive to or something.
Maybe you have autism.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's right. That's got to be it. I have autism.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm very particular. I wouldn't describe myself as like a super picky eater. Or anything like that. Like I like a lot of different food. It's just there are like certain things that I'm like really sensitive to the flavor of. Um, I've gotten so I used to hate like anything that had cream cheese in it. I've gotten to the point where I don't mind it as like an ingredient in things. If it's like used to make a sauce or whatever. I still don't like it as like a like just like you like put cream cheese on top of something, you know.
Hmm.
Um, I don't I'm not crazy about that. Um, I don't know. I feel the same way about sour cream. Fucking hate sour cream.
How did we get here from episodic video games?
I don't know. Who cares?
All right, is there anything
I'm
else?
just ranting.
Yes. I guess that's it for today. Unless you have anything else you want to discuss.
Um,
We need to watch Morbius, by the way.
I don't want to watch Morbius.
You should.
I should. I don't want to though.
It's
But no, I
it's
don't have
such
anything else to
it's
discuss.
such an amazing experience to see how bad a movie can be. And it's not like bad in like it's 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 both that middle of the road bad where it's just mediocre and the so bad it's good uh Suicide Squad Troll 2 kind of movie. At the same time, it doesn't go hard enough into either of them. It's just such an interesting experience. I really feel like we need to watch it at some point. That's
If
my
you say
review of
so.
Morbius. My favorite. You have to see the scene where he says the itty bitty stinky pinky.
I do I do have to see that scene. That's true. That's very true.
Let's watch Morbius immediately after this.
I need to see that scene where he morbs all over those guys.
This is true. Very important scene. To history of cinema is the scene where he morbs. Just like Martin Scorsese's classic Goncharov, where he gonches all over those guys.
Uh, I have a feeling that the Mario movie is going to be like a similar vibe
There's a new
to
trailer.
Morbius. Is there a new trailer?
There's a new it released today, and I forgot to watch it.
Oh my god, we have to end this so I can watch the trailer.
All right, let's call this a podcast then.
Okay.
We can watch the Mario trailer. All right. Thanks for listening, I guess. This was horrible, but we'll do more of this.
Probably. We
Uh,
probably won't.
I mean, I had fun. Maybe we can just do one a week.
I had fun, but I know what we're like.
True. Don't call me out like this though, please. I'm trying to add some consistency to my life. All right.
Okay.
Let's call this a podcast and
A big
bye.